We are back at 7:40 with the confrontation on a New York highway that made headlines across the country. You'll remember this. It happened back in September. An SUV driver chased by bikers, dragged from his car and beaten in front of his family. Well, shortly before that, one of the motorcycle riders was run over by that SUV and is now paralyzed.
Edwin Mieses and his family deplore what happened to the driver of the SUV.
What I'll say is this. The law is if he reasonably believed that he was in danger when he acted, then he's good to go.
No one knows how this dispute started yet. However, a Range Rover was driving, and then he got surrounded by a bunch of bikers. And then, since he was basically blocked, he decided to run over some bikers, and one of them got very severely injured as a result of it. We think that the biker is probably going to be paralyzed for the rest of his life.
Well, Scott, a friend of one of the bikers tells us that this all started because the driver of the SUV hit one of them and tried to leave the scene. That's when the bikers became outraged, got in front of him to try and stop the driver.
Mieses is an up-and-coming rapper from just outside of Boston, and that's where his mother and sister are speaking out about what happened and the actions of the driver of the SUV, 33-year-old Alexin Leon.
This morning, police have charged the man seen here punching this black Range Rover with reckless endangerment. Moments later, investigators say Alan Edwards dragged 33-year-old banker Alexian Leon out of the SUV, beating him in front of his wife and young child. That alleged assault not caught on camera was the end of a terrifying chain of events that police say started minutes earlier with a different biker. Watch as 28-year-old Christopher Cruz, also facing charges of reckless endangerment, suddenly slows down, causing Leon to hit him. Within seconds, that menacing scene, nearly 30 bikers swarm the SUV. Police say some of them slashing its tires. Then this. Leon apparently panics and makes a break for it, running over 32-year-old biker Edwin Mieses, who is also an aspiring rapper. This morning, the father of two is in critical condition.
All his ribs are broken. His spine is broken in 2 places.
With Mieses on the ground, the enraged bikers chase Leon for a terrifying 3 miles before cornering him and eventually assaulting him. Police now say they're looking into Leon's conduct, even though they believe he did feel threatened.
I think there's no easy answer. You have to use common sense. Obviously, if you can get out of there without hurting anybody, that's what we advise you to do.
We just need a lot more investigation to know about the original altercation.
Exactly.
Because if the original altercation, it was seemed as self-defense for the guy in the Range Rover, and he's really worried about his kid, etc., then, okay, maybe not pressing charges against him makes sense. But if he in some way began the fight, you can't run over a bunch of people,
right,
because you got scared.
But let me tell you, Gloria, because Gloria, we talked the other night about this. You represent, obviously, the family of Edwin Mieses. First of all, what is his condition today?
Well, unfortunately, the doctors have told him that he has a 99% probability of never being able to walk again, and he's still in the hospital, and there's no release date.
He has a long, long road ahead of him. We all do. As a father, that is my focus right now. But I also, as a pastor, I honestly feel no anger towards anyone, including the driver of the SUV. Emotions got the best of several people last Sunday. And when people react based on emotions, they often make poor choices.
All right. So now, I want you to think about bringing your knee up to your chest every time your leg comes forward. So, up, 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 up.
Edwin Mieses is one of the bikers run over. He's now apparently paralyzed.
Jesus is king.
Jesus is king. All his ribs are fractured. His lungs are so badly bruised that he's still on the ventilator.
I'm grateful to God that I'm still here. 7 years later in this wheelchair. Cause I should have died 7 years ago. 7 years ago, I was ran over and almost killed fit. It was on the news, it was ill-fit in broad daylight in front of everybody. My kids watched me get folded on TV, and then I started getting death threats from everybody. But either way, I had forgiveness to give. I wasn't trying to have problems with anybody. I was just trying to get my mind right, cause who had to readjust and learn to live life with half a body. And you don't know what I'll be dealing with. By the grace of God, it's how I live with it. He took me out of my deepest depressions and gave me peace. I only wish you could have witnessed it. Now I can see the vision vividly, and it's no longer a mystery. I deserve death and he gave me victory. Look at what he did to me. Wrote a new name on me, literally. Whole new identity spiritually. I received the gifts he gives to me. He makes me new, he forgets about my history. So many times I was lost, I was confused, I was on my own. By myself in these streets with really no direction to go. Try chasing money, but money wasn't really never the goal. Searching for purpose, I needed a reason to live with myself. You showed me you loved me that day when you walked in that room. My body was broken, my mind and my spirit was too. So giving you glory's the least thing I know I can do. I remember all those nights I was running around reckless with the tool. I was so loose. All the times I put my life on the line, you're the reason why I always made it through. That's so true. I remember almost dying at the station, and I probably shouldn't have made it, but I didn't, that's all you. So many times I could remember when you stepped in, you protected me from me when I was lost, and I thank you. Now I can see the vision vividly, and it's no longer a mystery. I deserve death and he gave me victory. Look at what he did to me. Wrote a new name on me, literally. Whole new identity spiritually. I received the gifts he gives to me. He makes me new, he forgets about my history. So many times I was lost, I was confused, I was on my own. By myself in these streets with really no direction to go. Try chasing money, but money wasn't really never the goal. Searching for purpose, I needed a reason to live with myself. I gave you my life and you gave me food for my soul. I give you the glory and live my life only to you. To the day that I'm gone, I'ma do what you want me to do.
The injured biker, 32-year-old Edwin Mieses, suffered a torn aorta, 9 broken ribs, and a severed spine, leaving him paralyzed.
Caught in a violent video that's gone viral. The one biker could be paralyzed for life.
Police Commissioner Ray Kelly says the video is key evidence.